So I love to play board games. Hi, I'm Ryan. I make things in my garage. And welcome to the Hack Lab. So if I'm playing a board game, I got to tell you, there's very little time that I'm spending on the game and more time thinking about how I can make the game better. Now I have to make a game for work. But then I get to make my own game. Now this wasn't just a typical board game that I had to make. First of all, I'm grateful. I got to work with Stan and Kirsten, and we collectively worked on this idea where we had to involve over 400 people. Now, why a board game? Well, everyone knows it, and it's kind of fun to win prizes or to win something. Now, the game was based on Monopoly, and Monopoly is traditionally a very long, arduous game that never really seems to end. Matter of fact, the majority of games that I have played for Monopoly, I never even finished. So how were we going to involve over 400 people? We knew we wanted to customize the game, so we printed some pieces, and then we're thinking, okay, if one person is there and it takes 2 hours to finish the game, how is it going to be possible that the game is actually going to be finished? Well, that's when we came up with a spinner. By using a spinner, we're able to put the pieces on the spinner, and if you spin a certain area, it selects which out of 5 pieces that you take, so you would move 4 places. But instead of having to buy properties and have rent, which takes time, it was important for us just to make it fast and simple. So if everyone shared in the 5 pieces moving along, that's kind of fun because maybe they don't know whether or not what piece they're gonna get. So I did a big, large 24-inch spinner, and then I divided the amount of spaces by 20. And 20 will give me, is it divisible by 5 pieces? I had 5 pieces on the board that I 3D printed. And then what I did is I put 1 through 4. Now a dice normally has 1 through 6. Didn't want people to progress too far in the game, so we only choose a maximum of 4 that is on the spinner. I went ahead and printed the spinner in different sections and different wedges. I then spray mounted it and put it on, and after that's done, simply mount everything, push it down, and then put a clear coat to protect it. And we're calling this the spinner of misfortune. After that was done, I went ahead and printed all of the money. Printed one side and then I flipped it over. I decided to use kind of a thicker cardstock, and I'm not sure whether or not this might be used again. Then it was time to do the community cards and the chance cards. I was thinking about using colored paper, but I decided to print them right on top of white paper using a color overlay in the digital print. Both Kirsten and Stan worked really hard to get all of the trivia. I went ahead and copied and pasted that from a Word document into Illustrator, which I was working on. Now, as long as the front is about the same size as the back, the last thing I needed to do was print the game board. I could have done a very large one, but I was able to purchase these little foldable game boards, and I thought that even though that they were on the smaller side, it was kind of nice that we're done because I was kind of getting worried about all the cutting I had to do of all the different pieces. So I printed the game board on the left and on the right, and I went ahead and took an X-Acto blade and cut it right down the middle, and then I put the center. And then in the very center of the game is where you'll end up putting your custom branding, your custom, whatever you want to call it, Opoly. So whatever your company is, you just want to put Opoly. I wanted everything to be in-house, so I knew it would be ready for the event. Once that's done, I went ahead and put a clear coat on that whole thing to protect it because I didn't know how rough people would be at the event. So that's it, guys. Whatever you do, make something that connects someone. Peace out.